In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law. To pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Hey, boys and girls, how you doing? Oh, I've been streaming all day. How about you? It's been a busy day today. I got the call. I was going to the gym, bragging. I mowed the lawn today after the show, and then I went to the gym. And on my way to the gym, I got a text from Kevin Brennan of Misery Loves Company. And Kevin's becoming one of those guys I can't say no to when he asks me to do his show. It's kind of like if Dr. Chow ever asked me to do him and Mir's show again, I would do it. Who else? Gino, if he ever asked me to do In Hot Water, I always do it. If Keanu ever wants me to do Keanu Cast, I usually, if I'm awake, I'll pop in. But like Kevin's becoming one of those shows too. It's just so much fun. And people can say whatever they want about Kevin Brennan. Kevin Brennan takes care of his guests. He's very good to his guests. He's a very gracious host. So I recommend, A, watching Misery Loves Company every time I'm on it, and B, watch. If you're ever offered to go on, if you do a show, go on MLC. It's a lot of fun. The thing about MLC is, though, a lot of people don't want to do it because they get shit on in the super chats, and like that's the fun. Like the fun is the funny lines that all the fans come up with. Like 1 in 10 of them are like truly mean. And that's fine. Like, that's easy. I've been doing this long enough to know about myself that I'm easy to hate. Like, if you're looking for a guy to dislike, I'll be your Huckleberry. If you're looking for somebody that's, like, funny and stupid and retarded and whatever, I'm your guy. But, like, I also give off a vibe of guy you'd really like to kick in the cunt. And that's fine if that's what you're looking for. I'm a multi-tool. In more ways than one. I guess that's the essence of being a multi-tool. But it was a lot of fun doing Kevin's show. We did a great morning show today. We got Keanu coming on tomorrow. So here's what I'm going to do. Kevin usually takes really good care of me. And I'm going to put all of our MLC stuff towards goals and everything else. So we're going to do a short show tonight because I ended up doing like 2.5 hours or 2 hours and 15 minutes on Misery Loves Company. So I don't have a full show in me tonight. The good news is, whatever we're going to make from MLC will more than cover tonight's goal. So we'll just do this one free of charge. And what we'll do is, we got the link in the chat there. Anything you guys throw in, we'll just throw to Keanu and Gino this week. So you want to throw something in tonight, we'll give it to them. Also, I guess tonight we'll go with PayPal, the super chats, all that stuff. If you guys want to make this like an Ask Me Anything type of thing, we can do that. I don't have a show prepped. I didn't have time to prep a show today. So if you guys want to do Ask Me Anything, we'll hang out with the chat. We'll read your guys' stuff. You throw in anything $5 or over, we'll answer the question if we can, I guess. If it's like of a legal nature or like stuff that I could be on the stand for eventually, I'm going to have to tell you no. But if it's a pretty general whatever, and it doesn't have to, it can be about the divorce, the arrests, it can be about life in general. It can be about anything but that fucking shit because a lot of people, I'm sure, are tired of hearing about it. And I'm really sorry for my crunching tonight, but Sack Demon came by tonight and brought a peanut butter and chocolate trail mix. And I had to eat it. I had to. There was no way I couldn't. So Sack Demon brought it. Although tonight it's more like Couch Demon. It's actually Corner Demon almost this evening. I mean, it's close. Your nose isn't white enough, if you catch my drift. But Sack Demon brought peanut butter and chocolate trail mix in my Justin Queso bowl, which if I hadn't been on MLC for so long, it would have had French onion dip in it earlier, which Sack Demon would have really loved because French onion dip smells fantastic on the breath. Also, cannot recommend these enough unless you get fucked up super easy. These can be a problem. These Jack Daniel and I usually hate pre-mixed like canned cocktails. These are really good. This is weird. It looks like I'm doing an advertisement. I'm so not getting paid for this. But these are really fucking good. They're tasty. Usually cocktails in a can just taste like whatever sweet thing is in it. It's actually, this is like my third or fourth time buying them. I really like them. They come in 4-packs, and if I drink a 4-pack, I'll be a little fucked up. I'll be a little loose, as it were. But then again, as people have pointed out on this show for years, I, when it comes to liquor, am, quote unquote, a bitch. So let's get started tonight. We've got, I think we got about 30 or 45 minutes to do, and then we'll pack it in. Everything you guys throw into Streamlabs, PayPal, and Venmo tonight is going to Keanu C. Thompson and Gino for their efforts this week, even though we're going to start paying them a flat fee anyway. I just figure we got some good fortune with Kevin being really cool, inviting us on to MLC today. We'll throw that, we'll take the pressure off you guys for that one. All right, let's go into the chat. Aaron, I'm going to stop doing interviews. 2 days later, it goes back on MLC. Kevin asked, and I told Kevin beforehand, I go, Kevin, I just can't talk about like anything that might be quote unquote my case or anything like that. I just can't talk about specifics of that. Anything other than that, we're cool. And they kept it pretty general. They kept it pretty vague. There was nothing that I like got into. There were a couple times where I just said, I can't answer that. I can't talk about that. Everybody's a pervert too. Like everybody wants to know about like the dirty things. They're like, what about this dirty thing? Everyone seems to think that this shit is like real life is like porn. I'm realizing that men in America, I'm starting to get like how conservatives think, where they're like, men in America are watching way too much porn. And they are, and it fucks you up, and it's really bad for you. And I think it desensitizes you sexually in a horrible way. Because like everything people ask me about this fucked up shit is it's all like Pornhub type things. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? So I went on MLC today because I like Kevin. Whenever I text Kevin and I go, I can't talk about this or I can talk about that, he's always really, really good about it. So I trust Kevin. I like going on his show. Amanda Hugginkit says, MLC reminds me of bicker. I can't. I really want to eat this trail mix on the air, but I can't because I crunch right into the microphone, and people are just going to get up my asshole about it. Amanda Hugginkiss, MLC reminds me of bickering old women at the laundromat, complaining about the dryers not drying fast enough. I like it. I think it's a good time. The time goes by. Here's how I always judge whether or not a show was good. If the time went by really fast, it was a good show. Like, whenever we would wait for Nick to get done with his show, you could, like, time it with a fucking sundial. So that said a lot about that. But, like, MLC, our show, other ones that I watch, they go by real quick. Kotod says, is this the stream where he finally comes out? Come on, man, it's Pride Month. Just get it out of the way now so you can enjoy it. I'm 99.4% sure I'm a heterosexual man. You always got to leave the 0.6. Nothing's ever for certain. Blank says, so April is confirmed living back with Nick. Now, this is very interesting. If you watched Misery Loves Company today, I broke a little news. And I think it's news Keanu's going to want to comment on tomorrow, so I won't get too far into it because I always like having a co-host to bounce these things off of. Otherwise, I'm just screaming at you. And I don't think I want to just scream at you tonight, especially since we have limited time together. I got an email and a notification from my State Farm app. State Farm let me know that a claim that we have had on April's truck since March 1st, they'd gotten an estimate and they'd sent a check. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Now, here's another interesting part of it, though. My name is on the check. So I believe they don't let you cash those checks unless you have both of the signatures on it. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see. Someone said, well, see how that check went. Maybe someone's going to forge your signature. If that's the case, that is not keeping your nose clean in the eyes of the law. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that. But I also wanted to know, well, wait a minute. Should I be expecting like a big check to come to the house? Because, my address is the basis of the insurance account, the bundled insurance account. And even though, like, this month, I've removed April from our bundle, this is a claim that took place when she was on the bundle, so it still counts towards this one. Whatever. When you hit a deer in Minnesota, there's no deductible anyway, so fuck it. The other thing is you can pocket the money if you want to. So, like, I think the estimate for this was like $5,000. And I don't know how much, Peruvian marching powder you can get with $5,000, but, maybe it'll keep you in business. Not that that's what I think it would be used for, but you can pocket that shit. Now, I called State Farm because I was curious, is this check coming to me? Like, am I going to have to communicate with this person again, which I'd rather not, quite frankly. So I called them. I said, where was the check sent to? And they gave me the Rekieta Law Office P.O. Box in Spicer. And I heard that, and I went, oh, these three are just kind of hell-bent on dying then, aren't they? Just kind of, we're just going to take the nose of the plane, and we're just going to drive that fucker all the way into the ground. Just, like, three addicts living together. It's like a 70s sitcom mixed with Tales from the Crypt. You've just got, hey, what a wacky situation. A guy, his cocaine side piece, and his wife, and they can't stand each other. And they're facing felony charges together and can't see their children and can't have them in their own home. You know what they're going to do? They're going to keep the polycule together. They're going to keep sucking and fucking each other. They're going to drink. Maybe they'll do drugs. Who the fuck knows? And they're going to ride the nose of this plane right into the fucking ground. Now, don't get me wrong. It makes for great television. But holy shit, can you make worse decisions? I felt so good when I heard that news, and I'll tell you why. Getting out of that situation, I'm ready to now say literally saved my life. I'm ready to now go literally save my life. And that will sound hyperbolic to some people, and that's fine. But it saved my life because there was no amount of dragging, kicking, screaming, pleading, making arguments, intervention, anything that was going to stop this. One of us said, this has been way too fucked up. This has cost me way too much. I'm not going to risk, my fucking family over this. I'm leaving. And you take the slings and arrows and you take the abuse, and then people text you and they go, it's all falling apart. It's terrible. It's a disaster. Well, then, there's an old saying my dad used to have. It was God helps those who help themselves. And I'm back to thinking my dad was a wise man because he was right about a lot of things that I turned out to be very wrong about, like choice in partners. But God helps those who help themselves. God is not going to help you after he reached out a divine hand. And that's what they did. Believe me, that pastor reporting this shit was a divine hand of God reaching out to say, change your ways, repent, and ye shall be saved. And what did they do? They spit in the hand of God. They turned back around to their polycule that the whole town has been whispering about. They paid the bond so they can do drugs and drink if they want to. And they've done fuck all to try and help their situation with their children. God helps those who help themselves. God damns those who repeat their mistakes. So the check's going to Spicer. They put after they got out of jail, the band got back together. And one of the only things I thought was April must have the self-esteem of a rock at this point. The lack of belief you have to have in yourself to say, you know what I'm worth? Let me tell you what I'm worth. I'm worth being a cocaine and booze side piece to a trust fund kid who's facing felony drug and child neglect charges. That's where your self-esteem is. That is brutally fucked. Brutally fucked. It also says your moral compass is fucking dicked. I said on the show this morning, I said if she goes back home, if she gets a real job, if she gets the name change, turns it all around. Fucking Awesome. You can turn your life around. Still young enough to do so. You go back into the polycule and the drug den and all of that shit. It's fucking over. It's fucking over. Somebody's got to go. Please, I beg you, find me a polycule running right now that's doing well and, going strong after a year, 2 years, 3 years. There isn't one. There's a reason for that. Society's not as fucking stupid as you think they are, Nick. It always fails. Somebody has got to go. I don't know who. I don't know when. All I know is, fuck, this story is going to get really good. Somebody did say in the chat, Johnny Arcade said, being arrested brought them all closer, trauma bonding, and a common enemy. This is real. Kayla's Hallway Snatch wrote something really good. April over there means that the case against Nick is super solid, and Nick dangled the coke-covered carrot to April so all three of them can synchronize their stories for any future trial or questioning. If you don't think Nick is playing Godfather over this whole thing, he's not even letting Kayla get a fucking lawyer. She filed her papers for the judge motion pro se, which means no attorney. So, because I'll tell you why. Because if she got like my attorney or that person's attorney or this attorney, basically any attorney that's not her retarded husband, he would say, hey, do you miss your fucking kids? Yes, I miss my kids more than anything. I just want to see my children. All right, here's what we do. We go to the Candy, Ojai County Police Station. We talk to them. We talk to CPS. We go, what path can I get on so that I can see my children again? Because the state of Minnesota does not want to lock a mother of 5 up for blow. They do not want to. They want to put her in what's called a diversion program. And any lawyer that's not a fucking dipshit would know this. They want to put her in rehab. They want to put her in recovery. They want to give her a mild probationary sentence. They want her to work with CPS for a year or two and get your kids back. Supervision for about a year or two and then home free. But you got Nick's lording over the whole thing, and he's got to keep both of those. He's got to keep both of his bitches in check, lest they might rat on him. And I got to say, I hate to be this guy. It makes me look fucking smart by comparison. Oh, boy, does it make me look like a fucking genius. I look like F. Lee fucking Bailey. And believe me, I've made my mistakes. I've run my fucking mouth like this. But boy, do I look like Johnny fucking Cochran compared to this guy. Boy, best of luck, kids. Best of luck. There's something they say in recovery, which is your best thinking got you here. I think that's pretty accurate for them. XMMM says, another win for the toe. Go on, say it. There you go. There we go. Very good. So there you are. It's fucking insane how easy this would be to get taken care of. Pride cometh before the fall, is what they say. Gray Duckling with $5. Here comes the questions. Gray Duckling, $5. Why are you gay? I'm maybe hereditary. I think I've got gays in my family. Yeah, it might be a hereditary thing. No Pen 15 Fathead with $2 says, are you circumcised? I said $5 and up. Rupert 499 says, did Ape have an addictive personality or addictions before this mess? Maybe not an addictive personality, but she was definitely very impressionable and is one of those people who's 50% the person she is and 50% the person she's with. And if she thinks something's cool or someone older than her gives her validation because she's doing a certain thing, she will continue that pattern of behavior. Plus, Nick is preying on the fact that she's pretty much at her lowest point and she thinks she's got nowhere else to go. And he's not like, this is where Gino was like, these people aren't your friends. He's not telling her like, No. You have other places to go. You have options. You can go back to Litchfield. You can rebuild your life from square one, and it won't take that long to get it back. He's happy that she's got low self-esteem, just like I think he's happy that his wife has low self-esteem. Because I think deep down, narcissists like that don't think very highly of themselves. So now he's got this person who's at their absolute lowest, so they're putty in his hands. It's perfect for a guy like him. It really is. Posterior attention with $4.99 says the pick on the Toe Boys is crunchy, isn't it? You guys think? I'm insulted. You guys think that I'm involved with crunchy in any way, shape, or form? No offense. But fucking how dare you? Pilgrim Media with $2 says, I salute you, sir. Great Kevin show. Thank you. It's always fun. My Lost Interest with $1.99 says, normally the check gets sent to the garage. No. In Minnesota, they send it right to you. Like in Minnesota, you can get an auto insurance check and you can just deposit it into your bank account and leave your car broken. Like if it'll run, like she's been driving it in the condition it's in. She can take the $5,000 and just pocket it. And she might, because there ain't no 5 kids to take care of being a live-in nanny, so there ain't no job. So maybe you keep the $5,000. My Lost Interest also says, meet April at the garage and co-sign the check. I don't, I got to say, guys, I'm just happy to have it all out of my life. I'm just happy to have all that, like, the fact that it's somebody else's fucking mess, God fucking bless them. I got too much riding on not being involved in that shit. Joe Smash with $5 says, is the steel toe golf thing ever going to happen? We should put that together. We should put a one-day golf tournament on, or maybe even a Saturday, Sunday type of thing, and have people come out. I mean, if we got, how many people do you have to get for a decent golf tournament? Maybe 20? 5 foursomes? Or 10 twosomes? You have 150 at yours? I don't want that many. Then you got to like rent out the golf course. Can't do that. I think if we got 20, I'd be happy. Yeah, we should put that together. Number one Josh Denny fan says $5, says, sorry you had to see that today, Aaron. Someone had to speak for the chat about Kevin's other guest. I'd like a merchant store. Respect, brother. Yeah, you know what? I almost said crotch demon. Sack demon. And I have been talking about a merch store. I got to put that together. It kind of took the wind out of my sails when I found out in Minnesota it's illegal to do mugshot shirts. That fucking sucked because I was going to do Ricada mugshot shirts, April mugshot shirts. I was going to do the whole thing, but you're not allowed to. Nick the Milkman with $5 says, Aaron, of all the lovely men in your life, which one was the best in bed, and why do you instantly think Gino? Happy Pride Month, gay F word. I did think about Gino. Not Perfect says $2, says, is Nick doing third input with April? I don't know, man. That shit doesn't pay for itself. Chris Benoit with $5 says, did you ever defeat the St. Cloud Superman? If yes, were you doing it in a Darth Vader suit? I was not the Darth Vader suit guy. I'm sorry. Loaded Wrench with $5 says, if the check said Aaron and April, you both have to sign it. If it said Aaron or April, either can sign and cash it without the other. It did say Aaron's. I think it said slash. So who knows? Saw April changed her Insta name back to Anderson. All right. There we go. Thank goodness. Because you Google Imholt. Whew. I thought I would be the one to ruin that name. Holy shit, somebody beat me to it. Pilgrim Media with $2 says, is Nick turning into a Minnesota Warren Jeffs? Well, Camelot said something about like Nick had like a hooker phase. That's what Camelot said. Camelot said something about Nick and hookers. So maybe. Ron Konitska with $5 says, you'd think Sugar Daddy Nick would have fixed her car. I think Sugar Daddy Nick's got to count those shekels. I don't know what getting busted with drugs does to a what do you call it, a trust fund. I'm not really sure. Midland Armory says, is it illegal to possess a mugshot shirt or just illegal to sell them? Illegal to sell them. You can't profit off someone else's likeness in Minnesota. But like they had like in Wisconsin Dells, I think my buddies and I bought like Nick Nolte mugshot shot glasses and O.J. Simpson mugshot shot glasses and shit like that. So I'm not really sure how that works. Gray Duckling with $2 says her initials are AA. Thought it should be NA. Well, they did some boozing over there too when I was there. I remember Nick and Kayla telling me one time, or no, I think it was Kayla, said Nick and I were talking and our booze bottles are disappearing really fast around here. And they were kind of hinting toward April. I'm like, have you seen the way your husband drinks? I think the Bash Brothers are kind of hitting it, double. I don't think it was comical to me to watch anyone blame just April for booze bottles disappearing. Like if they said, hey, you're running out of Minnesota Golds quite frequently, I would know who to blame. But like, I don't know. When you got one guy who's on stream going, and you got another woman who's sitting there going, it's still on. Like, it takes two of them to fucking learn how to turn a stream off. So I don't know if one is disappearing the booze bottles quicker than the other. I don't know if that's fair. Let's go to Trucker 18-Wheeler for $5. He says, we all knew they would all fall back when they were released. Also, I heard there's a lady named Natalie around St. Cloud for you, Aaron. You know what? I never had a Hagen phase, and I don't think I'm about to start. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sack Demon, you should probably put the food down. Yeah. I don't want to see you, Anybody starts looking anything like my body, I got to fucking hit them with a shovel. Are you kidding me? No fucking way. I like my girls pretty, and I don't have to be, God damn it. I have a very King Louis attitude about my partners. Chevrolet JB, thank God it's not King Henry VIII. These bitches would all have their heads just rolling down a Plinko board. Chevrolet JB with $5 says, make the shirts. Send them a check. It'll be great. Well, no, you can't just send them money. You have to get their permission to do the thing. Birdman with $5 says, if the merch store isn't in or fulfilled in Minnesota, loophole maybe. Just thinking. Guys, I don't really want to fuck around with that. Everything I've said so far, I have receipts for. I don't need to start doing shit I don't have receipts for. I've been pretty good about that. Joe Smash with $5. Are you going to have a new coffee with Tyrone Biggums on it? Nick's Magic Rock. He wasn't a crack guy. I'll give him that defense. He wasn't a crack guy. Two things I've defended Nick on drug-wise. I've never seen him inject a thing in his life, in my life, I guess. I don't know about his. And no crack. I can say that for sure. Number one, Josh Denny fan with $2 says you can incorporate online store in any state. I don't know. I don't think I want to fuck around with it. I just don't. I could make for example, I could make a t-shirt that says I escaped the Baldo prison or something, or the Baldo mansion. Like I could make that shirt. I just can't use the mugshots. Mr. Nobody becoming a member for 22 months. No, sir. The answer to your question is no. Rusty Grammer with $1 says, wait, is it a real Mustang or is it a V6? I mean, it hauled ass pretty good, but I don't know. It moved pretty well. But, who knows? Who knows? Either way, just kind of gay. Little midlife crisis-y. That's all. But, hey, who am I to judge? There but for the grace of God go I. All right, we got, what are we, about a half hour? I mean, if you guys want to throw in a couple more things, couple more questions, stuff like that, I'll hang out for a little bit. But like I said, I just had that one piece of breaking news for you tonight. You know what? I am happy with my own life progress, though. I'll tell you that because I heard that news. And when I got that news, I was just like, well, I guess they're all bound and determined to fuck this up and take this ship down to the bottom of the ocean, fucking engines on fire, and just steaming to the bottom. They're just going to fucking go for it. I don't know, man. If I found myself in this situation, I'd be doing everything that CPS said in order to get my children back. I wouldn't be so arrogant that I'd be like, you know what the most important thing is right now? My pride, my arrogance, my ego in showing that I'm so much fucking smarter than the cops. My thing would be, Holy shit, I've scandalized my children. I've disappointed them as a father. I've been a failure as a fucking parent. How do I turn my fucking life around, clean myself up, and do this the right way? You know, instead of trying to find loopholes so that I can still have my booze and drug world and my kid world. No, fuckface, you got to choose. And then for two other people to go along with you in it says a lot about their self-confidence, their self-image, their self-esteem, and their self-worth. Because you follow somebody like, I mean, you can't think too highly of yourself. But you know what the great part is? Not my fucking problem anymore. Pilgrim Media with $2 says, what orifice was the Baldo stored? I had the Baldo explained to me. I still don't fucking get it. It seems like a degenerate's toy, really. So I don't, it's a frightening thing to be giddy about. I'll tell you that. It sounds like something someone uses when they can't get their dick hard, is what it sounds like. And we all know that cocaine and stimulants, you know, make it a little harder to get the blood down to the old peep, if you know what I mean. My Lost Interest with 199 says maybe a tea with Gordy on chewing on a Baldo. Ooh. Gordy wrecking the Baldo. You know what I genuinely want to know? And there needs to be a fucking hashtag on Kiwi Farms. They need to figure this shit out. Where the fuck is Sonny? No mention of the pug. No mention in the police stuff, the search warrant affidavit, the nothing. What did they do with that goddamn dog?
Aaron's drug addiction.
Oh, no, Aaron's drug addiction calling. Hello, Aaron's drug addiction. What can I do for you?
How's it going, Aaron? I was just looking at Toll Boys, and I seen that picture, and all I can say, I'm not one to body shame, but holy fucking chin.
What are you talking about?
Like, what? The picture with you putting a poor girl in a headlock?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
My chin. Dude, that picture is from that picture is from like 4 or 5 years ago, brother.
Oh, well, I was going to say, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's not me. Now, somebody posted that picture on Towboys, an anonymous member. That's a picture of me from like 5 years ago looking like a old pudge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was going to say, you should make sure you don't have a tumor or something. But,
No. I'm good. That was me a while back. That was probably around 230, 235.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. I'm always looking out for
I appreciate that you guys are looking out for me. I like that. Thank you.
Yep, we love you. Bye, Aaron.
Love you back. Thank you. Oh, how mad are the Copers in the chat right now after all the shit I've been saying? Are they mad? Oh, somebody's saying he's dead now. He was murdered. I hope not. Not my fucking problem. Sean Colvin just confirmed that Sonny came home. Oh, okay. Wait, who's Sean Colvin? Is that a movie reference? That's American singer-songwriter. Oh, they probably did a song called Sonny Came. God, I'm fucking stupid. Jesus Christ. Turtle says you should make a shirt that says like a cop in a Denny's. That would be funny. 383 Novocaine with $5 says, damn it, if she dropped panties for a V6 Mustang, what would she have done for a ride in a 600 HP Nova? Oh, man. I mean, there's an element of status chasing with that girl. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot that I kind of learned in the last 6 months, if you will. You know, whether it was me from her old boyfriend or this, somebody's always got their kind of that Litchfield small town eyeball out for something a little wealthier, so with a few more toys to come around the corner, if you catch my drift. 383 Novocaine with $5. I just read that one. What a fucking dipshit. $2 from Trucker 18 Wheeler says dog was probably shot. Empty shell would explode. No, they better not have shot Sonny with the spent round. That would be fucking terrible. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Baldo Nick writes, I'm coping. Aaron Imholt's dad says, I'm glad you kept quiet, son. We all know you were all high around the kid. No, I wasn't. Stop it. Mr. Q. Oh, no, I lost the chat. Son of a bitch. I left off at Mr. Q, and now I can't find him. Oh, well. Oh, there it is. Mr. Q. Aaron's drug addiction would be telling him to do down to 5th Street and blow some cock for coke. Aaron's been listening to Josh Groban lately. No, always Eric Church with me. Eric Church, Luke Combs, sub in some Brooks and Dunn from time to time. Island Cara says, I just hit a deer. Miller Auto stopped at 8,500 just doing the visual. Daily driver is worth 9,000, so they stopped. Cash money. Plus there was computer alarms. Don't care behind in the chat. Okay. Works for me. You should cover Nick's next live stream. Whenever he does one, I'm all over it. Believe you me. Aaron used to toss the kids around like footballs while geeked out. That's not true. The Book of Toe says, join me, fellow children of Aaron. Another win for the toe. Yes. Pilgrim Media with $2 says, seriously, your girl is doing monkey branching. Yeah, I mean, kind of. That means you're just going branch to branch, whichever one's better, like a monkey does. Just whoop. Just kind of like that. Nick is April's final cloak to hide from the internet. She has nothing else after this, says Mel Gibson after 12 beers. I mean, yeah. Volo Ludo says, think Nick and April are going to do a steel toe style show next. That would be so fun to rip apart. Because he's mercifully unfunny. And what broadcasting experience did she have before this? I mean, that would be a fun show to shit on. It really would. So at any rate, that's the big update we have for you today. We're going to get more with Keanu tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for just checking in for a little bit. CC says, are you good? Yeah, oh no, I'm fantastic. You know me, just ask me. I'm fucking crazy talented. We're going to come back full force tomorrow, but we did MLC today. Kevin is always a very generous guy. Anything you guys threw in today, we're going to throw towards Gino and Keanu. And just fair, man, fucking, we got shit to do. We got stuff to talk about. I'm excited. You guys want to throw a couple bucks our way, we'll always say yes to you. Kayla's hallway snatch. Nick will parade her on the next stream to throw shade. You might want to check those divorce papers and see what it says under petitioner. I'm all right. Don't you worry. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Keanu and I tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central Time. I am going to go. Guys, hold on. I am going to go check on the sack demon while the rest of you just have a great rest of your night. Yeah, good. Let's do one last super chat read as Nick. Ready? KV Rustbelt, $5. Be fair, the Mustang was a Cobra. I watched Kayla start it in Sartell to go to the bar after the show. I don't fucking know cars. So it's a good one, I think. I mean, it's a car, right? All right, out of here. Let's go. Let's move. I already said I'm leaving. Another win for the toe. Thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of your night.